Hey guys, you might have noticed that I haven't made a video in over a month since my solar eclipse video. And you might be wondering, well, what's going on with you? I will get to that in a minute. And you might also notice some changes here to my office. I have a new coat of paint over here by the windows and on the walls, right as you can see. And if you have been a fan of my channel for a while, you might have noticed that there used to be a huge shelf right over here. That is gone, and that is also why this room is a bit echoey. And you're probably wondering, well, what happened to the shelf? I got rid of it. It's now in a dumpster somewhere, or whatever happened to it, it's gone. And you might be wondering, Dawson, what the hell's going on with you? Well, I am moving. This is not a late April Fool's joke. I am dead serious. I'm not going to be filming in this house for long. It's been a long time coming, but I'm here to explain why this is happening and a bit of the future of this channel. There are two reasons for this move, the first being family and the second being weather. I'll start off first with family. My sister has been living in Orlando with her boyfriend for a year and a half now. Make that almost 2 years. And my mom and me right now, we live here in Syracuse. And the distance between Syracuse and Orlando is pretty far. Driving we haven't driven from New York to Florida yet, but it's a nightmare. It's almost 24 hours. I think it's about maybe 17 or 18 hours. And flying, it's shorter, but it's about 2 hours long. And we didn't decide that traveling like back and forth from Florida to New York and then New York to Florida, it would be a hellhole. It would be hell, but it would also be very expensive. So the best decision is to move down there. We're not going to be moving in with my sister. We're going to be moving We're going to be moving to St. Augustine, which is not far from Orlando, but it's nice to be closer to your family and all that other stuff, so that way traveling and visiting isn't going to be expensive, and it's not going to be far. And this is something that me and my mom have been planning out for at least a year. I would say over a year now, when she decided to move down. And when we finally sold this house, it was amazing. But I'll get into that. I probably won't get into that. But it's been a bit of a hard process, but you know what? It was all worth it in the end. And now we get into the second reason why we're moving. If you don't know anything about New York or the northeastern United States, winters here are not good. They can get pretty brutal in some parts. Here, not so much most of the time, but on rare occasions, it has gotten bad. For me, this is a bit of a personal issue, but also an issue that my mom also agrees with me on. But sprinkling salt on the driveway as well as constantly plowing it gets pretty annoying, especially when you're doing that first thing in the morning. I know you can do that at like any time of the day, but I mostly do it in the morning to make sure I don't experience any issues. At first, well, not at first, but for me, it got annoying over time, and it's not really something you want to do when you're just trying to go to school, go to work, or try to hang out with your friends, or visit your family, go to a restaurant, go to a park, or whatever. It gets pretty annoying, and the other issue is sometimes with heavy snowfall on the road, it can get very dangerous with pileups and ice and black ice on the road. It is not safe. Am I trying to scare people off from visiting the New York or the northeastern United States during the winter? Absolutely not. I'm not trying to do that. This is just a personal belief with me. It's just that I really don't enjoy winter. Right now the weather is beautiful. And that's the thing with New York. The weather here is beautiful during the fall, the spring most of the time, and the summer it's very beautiful. But during the winter, unless you love winter or you love skiing or doing any other activity during the winter, winters here are not really the best, I would say. And not to mention, you don't get a lot of sunlight, so that's kind of a negative on me. And the other issue is that I love seeing trees. I love seeing the grass. I love seeing plants. I love seeing nature. And when it's winter, I don't really get to experience that. So that is another reason why me and my mom are moving to Florida. Now, I'm not saying that it doesn't get cold in Florida. It does get cold. Recently, me and my mom visited there in January to see how the weather was, but also to look at houses. I would say it was cold, but it was it was kind of in the 50s, 60s, and I think one day it got into the 40s. Nothing too bad. And like I said, I'm not saying Florida never gets cold. It does, but it's nothing like a hellscape winter like it is here in New York. So that's another positive for me. I have some other issues on why I'm glad that I'm moving out of New York. However, I'm not going to mention them here, and I'll probably make another video about that sometime in the future. But what I will mention, and this is a third reason that I'm moving, is because of friends. As I've grown up here in New York, I've made a lot of friends. However, as time has gone on, most of the friends I've made have moved out to Florida or other states, and the friends that are still remaining up here in New York have expressed feelings of wanting to move out, and they've made plans on moving out. And you know what? That is okay, and that is completely normal, because as you get older and over time, you kind of get bored of whatever town or city you're in, and you want to get out of that place, and you want to move to somewhere like a new state. Maybe you want to move to Texas. Maybe you want to move to North Carolina. Maybe you want to move to Florida, like I am. Maybe you want to move to Georgia. And maybe you want to move to Nevada. Maybe you want to move to Montana. And as I said before, that's okay, because it's good to experience something new. And I'm moving somewhere which I'll admit is new. I know what I'm getting myself into, because I visited Florida when it's hot, and as I said, I visited when it's cold. So I'm not going to be a rookie going into this. And the city that me and my mom are moving to, St. Augustine, we visited before when it was in last year in April. It is a very, very beautiful city. The Spanish architecture is just, it's beautiful, and the Spanish fort is something to see. And the food down there is, I would say, is good, as well as seeing a lot of palm trees. That's also very beautiful in my opinion. And if you've never been to St. Augustine, I would highly recommend visiting there if you are ever in the St. Augustine area, or if you're in Florida, because it is a very, very beautiful city. And I don't know what else to say, but it's a beautiful city, and I would recommend it. And I'm also glad that I'm going to be moving to a very beautiful city, because I'll admit, the city I live in right now, Syracuse, it's kind of boring. Now, I understand it may not be boring for everyone who lives in it or visits it. I completely understand that, especially with sports and all that other stuff. I understand that. And I'm not trying to say, oh, if you're a fan of Syracuse, you're a bad person. I am not saying that. As someone who's lived here for 19 years, well, almost all my 19 years of life, I would say there are good things about this city. There are some good restaurants. There are some good places to visit. Again, I'm not trying to bash it, but over time, for me at least, it's a city that's kind of boring. And you know what? I'm kind of glad that I'm moving out. Again, this is not to be bashing it and saying, oh, don't move here, or not at all. That's not my goal. It's just that, you keep saying, when you grow up and you keep seeing the same things over and over and over and over and over again, you get bored and you want to experience something new. And moving down to St. Augustine, it's something new. I know as I said before, I've only visited once, but even at that, as I said before, it's still a beautiful city. And am I saying that St. Augustine is issue free or doesn't have any problems? No, I'm not saying that. There's probably some issues with St. Augustine that I don't know about, but you know what? Every city in the world, not just in America, every city is like that. So, yeah. But with that out of the way, I also wanted to discuss a bit about the future of this channel. You might be asking and you might be wondering, "Oh, Dawson, where's your SADF video? You said you were going to promise it and now it's not uploaded at on your channel at all." Well, that's because, well, as I said before, I am a bit busy in moving. I do have the SADF shirt and pants. However, with the current status right now and with me moving stuff in and out and resettling stuff, right now would not be the best time to record a military video. So as of right now, May 30th, 2024, this is probably going to be the last video that you see of me inside my office. And as for my German Flecktarn video, that is also going to be the last time you are going to see a video of me in my old bedroom. Because, and if you're wondering, me and my mom, we've already have stuff planned at the new house in St. Augustine, so it's going to be looking very different. And as I said before, it's going to be looking good for the better. Another thing that and here's the thing though, with my military videos, you might notice that there probably won't be any videos in June, and I probably won't be uploading until July. And that is because we'll be moving stuff around, we'll be moving in new furniture and all that other stuff. So that's another reason why I probably won't have time in June to make any military videos. As I said before, my SADF Neutra Brown video, it is not canceled. I am still going to be making a review of that, but it's just delayed for the time being. The other thing is that I'm probably going to upgrade some stuff. I'm probably going to be upgrading, if I'm able to, I'm going to be upgrading my keyboard, my mouse, my microphone, and my computer. I'm planning on getting a desktop, which the current one I'm recording on right now is a MacBook Pro. I will not get rid of it. If you're wondering, I'm not gonna throw it away. I'm still gonna keep it, but I want to upgrade it so that way I have a bit more professional look and my videos come out more professional. As for my microphone right here, I'm using a Blue Yeti. It's a good microphone, but I want to upgrade and get like a sound system, or soundboard, or whatever it's called, so I can plug in some XLR cables, so that way the sound is a bit better. USB microphones, there's nothing wrong with them. However, I just want to upgrade my sound and make sure it's a bit better. As for the webcam, I'm using my FaceTime webcam from my MacBook Pro. I want to get something a bit more professional, maybe something like a Logitech. I think I'll probably get like a Logitech webcam to, again, make the videos look a bit more HD. There's nothing wrong with the camera I'm using right now. It's decent and it's pretty good. But as I said before, I just want a setup that's more professional, so that way my videos come out more clear, and that way they look like they're, as I said before, professionally made. Because I don't want to make videos that look like they were recorded with one of the first iPhones that came out back in 2007. I don't want to do that to you, and I don't want to diminish the quality of it. So yeah, I'm sorry if this sounded like a rambling. It's just me explaining what's going to be happening in the future, as well as what's going to be happening to my channel. Military, as I said before, military videos, they're going to be slightly delayed, but I am not quitting YouTube and I am not ending my military videos. But as for some other videos I've made, such as the Sonichu reviews, those are probably going to be made once I'm resettled in Florida. I've been pushing them off for a long time. So now that with this move to Florida, once I'm finally settled down in St. Augustine, once I have everything prepared and everything organized, I will make those videos. I will make the Sonichu reviews down there and finish them once and for all. Excuse me again. So yeah, that's just me explaining why I haven't uploaded a video in a month and what's going to be happening to the channel. So that's why there will be sadly another delay in videos, but it's for a good reason. And I hope you understand, and just know that I will make it up to you guys. I will 100% make it up to you guys when I am finally resettled. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you like this video, make sure you click the like button down below. And don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. And make sure you ring the bell so you can get all notifications. And this has kind of been, I know I'm probably rambling here, but this is kind of emotional because this is one of the last videos I'll be making in my house. So yeah, it's been a bit of a long ride, but also a fun ride. So yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope I have a good move, and make sure that, and well, not make sure, but what else can I say? But have a good day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.